is good? It's your boy Ty back here with another video, and in this video today, guys, we're going to be giving you guys a little bit of a market update specific to the heroes and invincibles in NBA 2K23 MyTEAM, and just something that doesn't quite make sense to me and does not sit right with me. Now, before we dive any further into it, if you are new to my channel and have not yet, make sure you guys do smash that subscribe button. We're on the road towards 120,000 subscribers. I'm going to be going over each of these hero cards, the lowest price I've seen them at in the last week, which is usually Thursday, and we'll break into why and what they are now. Now, let's start with this. The hero set, the hero collection for Manute, you literally could get it for 4 to 5 million MT the other day. Now, this Ben Simmons is probably going to go for close to $1 million. Tim Thomas, there are a couple close together, probably looking at an average of 500,000 MT, okay? And I love Tim Thomas, so I don't think that's bad. MJ, probably 500 to 700, anywhere in there. Bol, anywhere from 1 to 3 million probably, honestly, for Bol. Then you get to Jokic, maybe the most rare card, who I've literally bid 700k on in the most recent days and haven't been able to find one. Then we get into Yao Ming, who, I mean, look, the price says enough about Yao Ming. This card a week ago was less than 1 million MT. I know that. Why? Because I had this card and ended up selling it back. I had once upon a time I had all of these cards outside of Bol, and then I sold them back because I had second thoughts on locking in Manute. And here's the deal, even with Kevin Durant. Oh, well, this card was below 300k the other day, and now he is going to be way more than that. So the price of the hero set went from less than 5 million to Bol and Yao probably being 5 mil themselves. And then with the rest of them, you're probably looking upwards close to 10 million MT. The price of this set has basically doubled. Now, let's get into the why, okay? Because that's the bigger reason. When do bans happen? Answer the question. When do bans happen? They happen on Thursday, okay? That combined with leaks coming, that's combined with, you know, people getting excited for Friday's content drop. That is all the reason why on Wednesday and Thursday especially, the market reaches all-time lows. Even on Friday, during like the morning and afternoon, I would say it's pretty low. So like I'm just gonna break down for like Steph Curry. When this card first came out, he was like, honestly, 500k. Now he's gonna go for like 600k. Melo, absolutely incredibly expensive. T-Mac, I like all of these cards are so much more expensive than they were on Friday. I sold a Shaq with 59 Hall of Famers on Friday for 860,000 MT, and I thought I had a good deal on it. I was happy with what I got. Now, Shaqs everywhere are over 1 million MT. It's absolutely crazy. Like, yes, the cheap Dark Matters are still cheap. The budget Dark Matters are still going to be budget. The guys, like I talked about in like my market crash video, like Big Z, are still absolutely really, really cheap. And guys that I would still look for you guys to pick up. But the crazy part is, this whole banning people for buying MT isn't working. It's making the auction house worse. And it's not fair to the average person. Because for the average person that plays the game and does not buy MT, doesn't, you know, illegally or against TOS buy MT, it's nearly impossible unless they sit on the game all day, every day to build a good squad and build a good team. Let's go over and cover what I've done on this account so far this season, which, I mean, let's be honest, is what? Not even nearly halfway over. Triple Threat Offline, I played 96 games. Clutch Time Offline, played 23 games. And I've come on MyTEAM Unlimited, I'm 64-6. Triple Threat Online, I've played a ton of games. Clutch Time Online, not very many, I don't think. And then in co-op, like 42. I've played as well as sniping a ton and working the auction house a ton. I've put so much time, put so much energy into this account, and I right now, at the time I'm recording this, don't even know if I can afford a guy like Manute. And honestly, to me, it's sad because that's not the way it should be. Like, it's not the way it should be. The market would not be this high if MT was not sellable. It's that simple. It's that easy of a concept. And so if my team wants to do things right, they need to start doing things right. Because them banning people for buying MT really didn't do anything. It made people make more accounts. That's all it basically did. And when in reality, somebody like me who's done everything legit, I'm just out here and left out to dry. Like, there's people on Xbox, probably half of the comp people, who are making duplicates of accounts and buying MT on them. Oh, it's a 30-day ban. I'm cool. I'm good. That doesn't solve anything. Buying MT, if you ban their accounts, that's not the solution. Like, that gets you nowhere. All it does is it's going to inflate the auction house like crazy, because people know, hey, bans go out once a week on Thursdays, and I have a MT for the next week. I'll serve my 30-day. Then eventually I'll get my other account back. I'm going to be just fine. But again, it's not fair for somebody like me who I was literally, I had everybody but Yao the other day. Everybody. I had KD. I guess Yao and Jokic were the two I needed. And it's just like, it's not even feasible for me to spend 3 million MT on Yao, because I know this upcoming week, Hero Super Packs have a chance of coming. I'm not guaranteeing Hero Super Packs, but they definitely have a chance of coming, especially with how high the market is. So that's why this whole price of this Hero and Invincibles don't really make sense to me. They're insanely expensive. But where is all this MT coming from? Because you guys, as well as myself, know the game mode is not that rewarding. MyTEAM Unlimited is literally the most rewarding mode, but it's not that rewarding at the end of the day. Like, it's not. That's just the truth. That's the honest answer with you guys. It's rewarding compared to every other mode in co-op. But in the grand scheme of things, it's not like it's that rewarding. And so I don't get it. Like, I don't get it. And again, for a lot of people, you won't care, right? A lot of people, when you talk about it, they're just going to be like, nobody cares about Manu. Nobody cares about Chet. Nobody cares about the cards. But the crazy part is, these cards are just as expensive as they've ever been. I saw Manu Ginobili the other day sell for 250K. I sold it for 100,000 MT a week ago. That's what I'm talking about when I'm saying the market makes absolutely no sense right now. That's the pure honest truth. It makes absolutely no sense to me. So how does 2K fix it? I don't know, because again, it's at an all-time high. I don't even know if it's fixable at this point. I mean, I literally put so much time, energy, and everything into this account, and I still can't really get Manu. I can't get Manu because Yao is 3 million MT. Jokic is 1 million MT. Bol is over 1 million MT. And then you've got to find a way to get the rest of these. Mind you, Hidu's 50K. Mind you, Tim Thomas 500K if there's not a ton stacked together. It's not easy right now if you are trying to have the best squad in the game. And it all, in my opinion, goes back to 2K not doing a good job with controlling everything. I mean, it's that simple. It is that easy. If 2K does a better job of controlling, and when I say controlling things, I'm not trying to get myself in trouble. You guys know what I'm talking about. Controlling the people that can't afford these cards without playing the game or spending money on VC, then then everything would be so much easier. But until that happens, these prices are all going to be outrageous. And I mean, there are some options for you guys, like Radiant T-Mac. He's been under 200K. Okay, that's a good option. But when you're talking about the Invincibles and Heroes, their prices are absolutely off the charts, and there's really no accessibility when it comes to this. I could grind all month and still not have enough to complete the Manute Bull set. And I don't think that's the way it should be ultimately. I know it's a lot of MT, but why is it that much MT? I remember a time and day when 4 million MT, you could literally buy like everything in the game. Everything in the game. Nearly everything in the game. Ever since MT started being in circulation, which 2K has not gotten control of, the market's been outrageous. Even when I met with 2K and talked to their higher-ups, they're like, yeah, we saw these prices. They were absolutely outrageous, so we had to get a control on things. Have you controlled the situation, 2K? Have you? Answer the question honestly. Have you controlled the situation? Yes or no? And if you haven't controlled the situation, you got to think about why, okay? And then you got to think about, dang, did we really mess this whole thing up? In which you did. The only reason I bought MT is because of reasons like this. How? How am I supposed to come up with 3 million MT for just Yao, let alone a mil for Jokic, let alone 2 mil for Bol? How is the average person supposed to have these cards accessible if they grind literally everything? I'm on pace to completing triple threat offline. I'm on pace to completing co-op, unlimited, everything you could ask while playing a ton of triple threat online. And I am still only in this position of empty wealth because I built it up over the course of 4 or 5 months. It's not fair for the average person. It's absolutely not fair. And if 2K doesn't get a control on this, it's only going to lead to worse and worse things. Yes, sure, banning people turns people like me away from it because I don't want to be banned from 250K. But 2K needs to ask themselves, is it turning the average person away? 30-day ban. That's not what they need to do. They need to do something, whereas like if they got proof of you buying, I'm just gonna give you guys an example. If Thurl Bailey sells for 5 million MT, okay, something's wrong. They need to just wipe that MT from that sale away. Like, it's not a hard process. Put some effort into it, 2K. Make the game more accessible for the average player. I'm not complaining about that much because these spotlights have been an absolute massive W. We've got a lot of free content going for us. But when it comes down to it, the top guys to get the best team in the game, it's nearly impossible to do right now. I need to know your thoughts down below in the comments, guys. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are doing it. As always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.